The three rivers, the Lantang-Nujiang and Jinsha, run side by side through the high mountains, but then two of them, the Lantang and Nujiang, continue their journey southward and eventually flow beyond China's borders. However, the Jinsha River abruptly changes its course at Shegu town in Lijiang Municipality and flows east, creating the famous first bend on the Yangtze River. The Jinsha River flows down through a wide and long gorge between the snow-capped Yulong Mountains and the Haba Mountains. In the entire world, this is the greatest drop experienced by any river. The result is turbulent waters thundering against towering precipices. Meltwater from the Yulong Mountains above the gorge nurtures the ancient city of Lijiang. Li Guolin is a resident of Lijiang who has a particular interest in geography and history, and he takes great pleasure in making his way through the city's labyrinthine waterways. He says that by doing this, he can learn things about the ancient city that cannot be learned in any other way. Li Guolin's family has lived in Lijiang for many generations. These days, the Li family makes a living by renting rooms to tourists, and their life is quiet and prosperous. The house of the Li family is typical of homes in Lijiang in that every part of it is in some way related to water. The Li family belongs to the Naxi ethnic group, as do most of the city's residents. The ancestors of the Naxi people were hunters that lived in the snowy mountains, and to some extent their descendants have preserved their intrepid character. The ancestors of the Naxi people settled here a very long time ago, and the history of their city speaks of their comprehensive respect for and understanding of water. The city literally stands in water. Water is enclosed in the city in a way that makes possible a poetic yet practical way of life that has been preserved for centuries to the present day. This way of life focused on water is vividly depicted in ancient pictographs. In Lijiang, water is led into each house and then trapped inside. But what the Naxi people are really preserving inside their homes is a spiritual world made up of water and people. The city of Lijiang prospered thanks to the opening of an ancient passage for trade known as the Ancient Tea and Horse Caravan Road. This road winds through the two provinces of Sichuan and Yunnan and the Tibet Autonomous Region on the upper reaches of the Yangtze River. After that, the road continues southward to Myanmar, Nepal and India. It was named the Ancient Tea and Horse Caravan Road because it was used to transport tea and other commodities on the backs of mules and horses. In what is an immense region of mountains, Lijiang stands on a rare piece of flats land. As it had a plentiful supply of water, it became the most important trading post on the ancient tea and horse caravan road. The culture of the Han, China's majority ethnic group, as well as traditions related to various religions and lifestyles, were brought to this remote region from central China along the ancient tea and horse caravan road. Many of the traditions and customs that took root here long ago remain as simple and unsophisticated today as they were hundreds of years ago. As well as being the natural habitat of many rare animals and plants, the region is home to a variety of cultures and religions. In this region, through which flow 3 rivers side by side, live people of no less than 16 different ethnic groups. The written language of the Na-Shi consists of more than 2,000 complex pictographs. It is, in fact, the only pictographic writing system still in use in the world today, and it has been kept alive thanks to the traditions of the Na-Shi people. Their customs include the ancient profession of the officiator, known locally as Dungba. Every officiator is well versed in the naive-looking yet profound pictographic writing system, and each passes on his or her knowledge to the next generation. Ancient religious observances are ever present in the life of the Na-Shi people. To the Na-Shi, the pictographs are much more than ancient artifacts to be catalogued. They are an indispensable part of everyday life. The Na-Shi worship a variety of deities, and ceremonies include an annual one during which sacrifices are presented to the god of water. Officiators must be in command of a broad range of knowledge, and they must have the special skills needed to preside over sacred ceremonies. The Na-Shi people are well aware of the fact that they cannot escape the realities of the modern world, but most of them still follow their ancient traditions. In this part of the world, 2 very different ages seem to mysteriously coexist. At sunrise and sunset every day, the residents of Lijiang wash their streets in a ceremonial-like event that is an integral part of local life. Water flows serenely through every corner of Lijiang, but then it mingles with the turbulent waters of the Jinsha River. After the ice and snow have disappeared from the southern part of the Qinghai Tibet Plateau, at the foot of the Minshan Mountains, all manner of life begins to revive. The result is a stunning, dreamlike world of great beauty. Some of the water that flows through the mountains and grassy marshlands collects in lakes, but after a process of departings and reunions, many streams build into bigger rivers before finally joining together to form a much larger and truly great river. Among all the tributaries of the Yangtze River, the Minjiang River has the largest flow volume. It originates in this stretch of land. "500 years